What's up guys, welcome to our Monday patch note video that we always do every Monday as long as there's some stuff to cover to keep you guys up to date with what's going on in RuneScape, myself as well of course, and then of course just to share my thoughts and stuff for anybody who's interested, and for people who just don't want to read it themselves, want to listen to it. So anyway, this week we're going to be seeing some stuff about Necromancy, it seems, and also about Max Cash, the Max Cash dev update. So we'll get some information on that as well, as we were expecting that towards the end of this month. But I do believe, little bit of a spoiler, I do believe it's been delayed. So anyway, let's take a look. It says XP continues and Max Cash dev update this week in RuneScape. So it says, mark your calendars, the Necromancy reveal is coming, plus some very special insider insights from you, the players. And we get the Necromancy first look here. So it says we're now just 1 week away from finally revealing Necromancy gameplay. It will arrive on May 30th in a lengthy and detailed Necromancy first look video, plus another little something extra we'd like to tell you about, which you guys probably already know. Last week we did something we've never done with the skill before. We gave players a hands-on with the skill pre-launch to inject a healthy dose of player feedback. Over 2 days we had the absolute pleasure of hosting a group of RuneScape creators in the studio as they were introduced to Necromancy, played experiences from it, and gave us their feedback to help guide the later stages of development. So for those of you that didn't know, and I've mentioned it in a couple of videos really quickly, but towards the end and stuff, a lot of content creators went to Jagex very recently and actually got to test Necromancy, which is pretty freaking badass and really cool that Jagex did it. I was initially invited, but I had to cancel it unfortunately, so I didn't actually get to go because just real life stuff come up and it is what it is, right? But these content creators have gone and they are making other videos on it too, so we'll get the reveal from Jagex as well, but then we're also going to get the content creators experience from it as well, which is really cool because we get more information. So it says, not only did we want feedback from the creators, but we also wanted them to be able to share their experience with all of you. All our creators were able to capture their own gameplay footage and we'll be able to share it, including their impressions, right after our Necromancy first look video finishes on May 30th. While their content doesn't comprehensively cover the entirety of the skill, we're still very much in active development. There's lots of ground to cover, all told in their own words from their own hands-on experiences. So this is actually really freaking cool that they did this. I think it's a really cool way for them to allow the player base to find more information, and also I'm assuming they have been told what they're allowed to talk about and what they're not allowed to talk about, and so if you guys have questions you can probably ask and they probably answer certain things. So it's very cool. So this was a really important step for all of us on the RuneScape team. We've been looking to amplify player voices in our development process. Necromancy is built with this mantra in mind, but this trip gave us an opportunity to get valuable perspectives we can only usually get once skill is released into the wild. We hope you're excited as we are about it. I'm really looking forward to Necromancy from what we've seen. The very small few little tweets that the people did post and stuff. It does sound really good, so we'll have to see what's actually going to come from it. But 30th of May is very, very close, guys, so I don't know, it's exciting. So it says mark your calendars so you don't miss a thing with next week's reveal. Here's a rundown of when and where you'll need to be if you're looking to catch the news as it happens. So Necromancy first look is May 30th at 5 PM British summertime or 4 PM game time, and it says join us for a big look at Necromancy for the first time as we share our vision for the skill in an 8-minute plus video packed with developer insights and gameplay. We'll be debuting the video as a YouTube premiere on youtube.com/RuneScape. Be there at 4 PM game time to share the moment with fellow scapers and JMods and live event. This is really cool. I will definitely do this, and maybe we'll be live and watch it live or something, and we'll see about that together. Necromancy creates coverage May 30th at 5:10. 10 minutes after, so they're allowed to post their stuff 10 minutes after. Minutes after the Necromancy first look finishes, our crack team of creators will begin sharing their experiences, gameplay, and vlogs from their trip to Jagex last week, and there's the list of the creators to take a mind of. So if you guys aren't like sub to these guys, go and sub to them, because then you'll get the video of course, but also sub to them anyway, because they're the content creators for RuneScape, so make sure you do it. For those not looking to miss a thing, you may want to drop a subscribe or follow while you can expect instant content from each creator at the time above. They are free to continue releasing further content from the experience at any time. Brilliant. Necromancy First Look Developer Panel live stream May 31st at 5 PM or 4 PM game time. With a reveal this big, we're sure you have plenty of questions and discussions you want to have with JMods. We'll be live on Twitch to discuss what we've revealed, respond to hot topics from your initial reactions, and answer some of your questions. So literally the next day they're going to have a questions live stream, which is definitely a good idea, and I like the fact that they've left it a little while so that people can like build the questions up and maybe theory craft stuff themselves. Anyway, what comes next? This is only the first stop on the road to Necromancy. There are still plenty of stories left to tell as development nears its final stages. We'll be confirming our release date, giving you more insight into the lore and dividing into even more detail and aspects of the skill as we lock down the finer details in development. This will be the most comprehensive look at a skill ever, but balanced with maintaining that magic of discovery in the early days of a skill release. Yeah, this is definitely something that's going to be difficult to balance, but like, because if you share loads of stuff, then it's not brand new, right? And it's like, oh, exciting, but it's also really good to hype stuff up, so I'm glad they're doing it. It's just, you got to find that balance. We have taken steps to ensure that the 99 or 120 level races remain as fair as possible, balanced with enabling meaningful player feedback and exciting player perspectives to hear about ahead of the release of a skill. We'll discuss this more in Necromancy First Look Developer Panel. Okay, cool. Anyway, that's the Necromancy stuff. So 30th is where you want to be at 4 PM game time on YouTube, and then of course you've got all your creators stuff as well to check out straight after, which will be really interesting. We've got the max cash thing next. So it says this: the release of the max cash update will raise the 2.1 bill coin limit on your money pouch, GE trades, gold stacks, and more to address this long-standing request from the community. While we're happy to confirm the content development has completed on the project, it's also required extensive testing, which has revealed issues in the engine development. RIP. These will need to be addressed. Engine releases tends to take longer and need much more testing than content-based work, which means we're now highly unlikely to be able to release this in May, as we mentioned in the development update. Big freaking rip, man. That's unfortunate, but it looks like here, which is now June 12th. Like, it's not a huge delay. It's a couple of weeks. But, you know, a big rip, but it's a couple of weeks. It's not like they've gone, oh, no, you're not going to get it for 6 more months now. So, as we know, many of you have been eagerly awaiting this one, and this will come as a disappointment. The development update is all about transparency with the risk of things being subject to change. So we want to give you the latest timeline on our estimated delivery, which is now June 12th. If the release date gets confirmed or a timeline changes in any way, we'll be sure to let you know. Thanks for your understanding, and we'll make sure to launch this right. This is important. This is a huge thing to launch. Like, there'll be so if they don't do it right and they don't test it properly, and they just do regular if they just don't test it right, imagine the amount of bugs and dupes and all this sort of stuff that's going to come into the game. It's definitely good that they're testing it right. But it's this date is also probably it's not confirmed. It says if this release date gets confirmed, so the date could also change again. But as long as it's done right and it's not freaking 6 months away, then hopefully it's fine, right? Double XP, you guys know what double XP is. I'm not going to talk about it for long in this one. The video's already dragging, but you still got a little while on that anyway. Good till Monday. Jagex accounts update. The Jagex accounts team has been hard working following the release of open beta, and now there's even more good news. Based on your feedback, the Jagex account can now support up to 20 characters rather than the previous limit of 10. 20 characters in one account. Oh, man. I don't know. If you get hacked on your Jagex account, do you just lose all your characters then? I don't know how that works, but I don't know. If you haven't made up the jump yet, Jagex accounts are the new modernized account system offering the maximum security for your RuneScape account. So I guess they're saying it's better. You gotta take the word for it, I suppose. Enhanced recovery, added bot protections, notifications. I believe there was something where players, you get like a code or something for your authentication or whatever, and people were losing the codes and they'd lose their account forever. I've seen a few people with this issue. I don't know exactly how that works, but when you are changing over, just make sure you're careful, guys. Write down any information that you need to keep safe and stuff, and keep it safe, put it somewhere safe. But I'm not saying you shouldn't change over, obviously, but if people are losing their accounts, then just be careful when you do it. Just write stuff down, make sure you've got everything, just make sure you read everything, and just do it properly. Twitch on the calendar. Last time I normally skipped this, right? But then we missed some new items, for God's sake. So yeah, Sans Train, but with this extra foresight. New to the edition are Slayer wildcards. Okay, the same stuff. The wildcards, the drop cleaners, the other stuff. Doesn't really matter. And then there's nothing else in there. Cool. Patch notes. Added back campfires that were removed alongside the Karamja rework. Fixed an issue where some of the Rework dig site trees were missing. This is all general stuff. The Force Walk tiles north of the Crafting Guild has been fixed. For the achievement, Gross Misconduct, demons now only count as 1-to-1 for progress. Slayer Wildcards now have the Grand Exchange buy limit of 500 every 4 hours. And Artisanal Gears now have a Grand Exchange buy limit of 10,000 every 4 hours. Okay. And then the Community Showcase is freaking badass. That is so freaking good. Holy crap. Is that Varrock in Lego? You guys are freaking epic. Honestly, it's so cool. RuneTube, we've got my crew here saying I can't believe I got this on his area unlocker account. If you're following that along, then you got my video about expensive mistakes, big rip, okay. And we've got the other Lego Locked series. For you guys that are looking for content that's like super unique and stuff, you should definitely check this out. Rayo's made a legacy only account, and it's really like it's very unique. It's really cool, so definitely check it out. This whole page we posted in here, and you can come and you can check all these videos out by scrolling down and stuff. But yeah, and then they've got the screenshots here, always really cool. And that's it. So there's quite a lot of information in here. There's no like big update today, but there's a lot of information shared, and it's definitely worth keeping up with this. The Necromancy stuff next week is going to be huge. Cannot wait. It's going to be super exciting. I'm very gutted that I didn't get to go with the timing and stuff. It is what it is, though. We'll all see it together on the release anyway, so I'll just be one of us, right? You know, I'll be with you guys with that. And then we've got the cash, the max cash delay, big rip on that too. But at least it's only a couple of weeks, and hopefully it stays a couple of weeks. And yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you all found this useful. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, sub to the channel if you are new, and I will catch you all in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.